A messy garage and a cleanup day begins. With children, everything can become a game. Organizing isn't always easy. A little trick to make things clearer.
Okay.
Cleaning also requires attention to safety. Doing it the right way isn't as important as doing it quickly. Working together makes things get done faster. When the whole family pitches in, any task can become fun. An ordinary morning begins with a special journey.
Hey! Hey!
For Bluey, every ride is an exploration. And then, the ride arrives. A little attention makes the journey safer. When everyone follows the rules, the journey becomes more pleasant. A familiar city suddenly feels new. Every journey requires order and safety. Upon arrival, everyone continues their own journey.
Bye-bye.
A short journey, but full of experiences. When rules are followed, every journey becomes safe and memorable. Bluey decided to organize a family picnic. Everything needed was neatly prepared. Bingo was also eager to join the picnic. The picnic spot was chosen.
Whoa! Whoa!
The picnic began to take shape. The fun time made the picnic even more lively.
Yippee!
The whole family enjoyed the outdoors. A simple picnic was enough to bring joy to the whole family. Bluey begins drawing a strange picture on paper. The drawing suddenly changes right before Bluey's eyes.
Aha!
The drawing begins guiding Bluey. The drawing transforms differently in each location. Bingo and Bluey decipher the mysterious drawing. The drawing leads Bluey to the backyard.
Whoa!
The treasure is finally found. The changing drawing led Bluey to a treasure trove of creativity. Bluey is preparing to plant a new tree in the garden. Before planting, the soil needs to be carefully prepared. Bluey starts with the dry soil in the garden. Each corner of the garden has a different type of soil.
Whoa!
Bingo also wants to help prepare the soil.
Oh!
Bluey mixes the soil thoroughly. A little water helps to soften the soil. The soil looks looser and more ready. Bluey checks if the soil is just right. The soil is ready for the new tree. Everything is ready. A healthy tree starts from carefully prepared soil. Bluey discovers a strange treasure box in the backyard. The box doesn't open in the usual way. The box reacts to Bluey's movements. The treasure seems to require the right rhythm. Bingo and Bluey try moving in time with the movement. The rhythm gradually becomes more precise. The treasure finally opens.
Wow! Yay!
The treasure only opens when the movement is in time. After a night of gentle breeze, the garden was full of dry leaves. Bluey thought of a way to utilize these leaves. Bluey prepared a place to collect the dry leaves. Dry leaves were collected from many different corners.
Huh? Oh.
Bingo also helped collect the leaves. Dry leaves were collected from many different corners. A little water helped the dry leaves decompose faster. Bluey didn't leave a single leaf behind. The compost bin was ready. Compost will help the plants in the garden grow faster. Everything in the garden is useful. Today's dry leaves will become nutrients for tomorrow's plants. Bluey wanted to transform her backyard into a vibrant picnic area. Colorful items began to appear. The picnic mat was prepared first. The backyard gradually became more lively. Bingo also helped Bluey decorate the picnic area. picnic area was gradually completed. Bluey tested each corner to make sure everything was comfortable. With just familiar items, the backyard became a colorful and joyful picnic area. Bluey arrived at the beach with a big idea. Bluey began preparing the sand to build a sandcastle. The first sandcastle appeared. Bluey wanted his sandcastle to be even bigger. The sandcastle began to take on a clearer shape. Bingo also joined in to help build the sandcastle.
Huh?
Bluey found more decorations for the sandcastle. The sandcastle became very beautiful and special. The approaching waves made Bluey a little nervous.
Oh no!
The sandcastle was more carefully protected. Bluey was very proud of his sandcastle. Even a simple beach outing can bring great joy. Sometimes, things that seem worthless can unlock new joys. An empty box could be anything. A little clumsiness is essential. With help, things become easier. From simple pieces, a toy is born. A homemade toy always brings a special feeling. When imagination leads the way, play becomes vibrant. Every little stroke makes the toy more adorable. When you know how to reuse and create, joy always begins with simple things. A familiar sound echoed from outside. The ice cream truck was passing through the neighborhood. but the ice cream truck didn't stop. Bluey decided to chase it. The truck kept changing direction. Finally, Bluey saw it again. Bluey used every means possible to go faster. The distance was gradually closing. The truck finally stopped. The chase ended with a cool reward. A ride around the neighborhood became a sweet memory. Bluey decided to take a short trip to the forest. The trip began with some light preparations. The path into the forest revealed many new things. The forest offered a sense of peace and tranquility. Bingo and Bluey explored the forest. A break made the trip even more fulfilling. The forest trip continued with many interesting things. The trip to the forest brought simple and memorable joys. Bluey discovered an empty corner in the garden. Bluey decided to plant a new tree. Bluey began preparing the planting spot. Bluey wanted the tree to be planted in a suitable place. The small tree was placed down very gently. Bluey watered the newly planted tree. Bluey tried placing the tree in a cooler spot. Bingo also wanted to help plant a tree. The small tree gradually took root in the soil. Bluey marked the planting spot for the new tree.
Wow.
The garden looked more beautiful with the new tree. A small tree can also bring great joy. Bluey decided to turn their home into a family sports day. The final station required coordination. Bluey tried her hand at the first race. The second station required dexterity. Bingo also wanted to join the challenge. The next station tested quick reflexes. Maintaining balance was a difficult challenge. Whoa! Everyone took turns.
Let's go! The final station required coordination.
Yeah!
The final station required coordination. The family sports day brought laughter and positive energy. Whoa. Huh? Bluey came up with the idea of making an outdoor movie theater. The necessary supplies began to be prepared. The movie screen gradually appeared. Bingo helped arrange the seating for the screening. Whoa! The outdoor movie theater was ready to go. Bluey checked every angle in the theater. The outdoor movie screening officially began. With just a few familiar items, the backyard was transformed into a fun outdoor movie theater. The garden had so many plants that Bluey easily got confused while tending them. Bluey decided to draw a map of the garden. The map was checked right in the garden.
Huh?
Bingo and Bluey learned how to read the garden map.
Huh?
The map helped Bluey tend to each plant more accurately. The whole family used the map to tend the garden. The garden was properly cared for. Thanks to the garden map, tending the plants became easier and more fun.
Wow!
Outdoor cooking transforms an ordinary day into a happy picnic. Bluey begins setting up the picnic area. Everything needed is brought out into the yard. Preparation is also part of the fun. Bingo wants to join Bluey in cooking. Bluey is very serious outer dish. The outdoor picnic area is gradually being completed. Carrying food outside requires care. The outdoor meal is ready. A simple but joyful meal. Outdoor cooking transforms an ordinary day into a happy picnic. Bluey discovered strange wet footprints on the floor. The footprints led Bluey further. The footprints stretched along the hallway. But the footprints continued on and on. Not all the footprints disappeared. The footprints circled and then turned in another direction.
Huh?
Bluey followed the tracks while cleaning. Finally, the footprints led to the backyard. The mystery was solved. Following the small footprints, Bluey brought back a dry and happy home. Bluey had just finished his treasure map. But a sudden gust of wind appeared. The treasure map was blown away by the wind. Bluey tried to catch the map. The wind continued to push the map out into the yard.
Huh?
The map wouldn't stop. The wind carried the map further away.
Huh?
Bluey didn't give up. Finally, the map slowed down. Bluey retrieved the treasure map. But the map was no longer intact. Bluey realized something important. Sometimes, the treasure is right where the adventure ends.